Hi there. I'm going to show you how the money works. So when we help a client as a sales agent with a life insurance policy, we get paid a commission. When we help agents do the same thing, we get paid what they call an override commission. So the idea is we can help our clients, but we can also help more clients if we have agents in the field doing the same thing. And in doing that, you get paid for not only your production, but also for the production you're creating inside your organization. So for yourself as a sales agent, on average, a client will spend $100 a month to buy a life insurance policy. When they do that, in a year, they will have spent $1,200. That's called annual premium. That annual premium number is what we get paid off of. So every carrier pays not all of it, sometimes all of it, sometimes just a portion of it out into as commissionable premium. So for most carriers, the average, I guess, of carriers, that's going to be about 85% of the annual premium that they will commission off of. So 85% of 1,200 is, for easy math, we're going to say $1,000. So that is what goes in to be paid to the sales organization. Your piece of that is based on your contract. So if you're a 55%, you get 55% of that 1,000. So that's 550. Now your contract, that's where it starts. It can go all the way up to 140%. So if you're a 75% contract, when you make that sale, that's $750. And if you're a 105% contract, that's $1,050. So whatever your contract is, your contract percentage, that's the amount of money you made when you helped that client. So that's your personal production. Now, when someone on your team makes a sale, it's the same thing. Let's say you've hired somebody and they're a 55%. When they make a sale, that $1,000, they are now going to get the $550. But the carriers pay, but you're 105% contract, right? So you get the difference between your contract and theirs on that sale. So that's 50% spread, right? So they're a 55, you're a 105. That's a 50% spread. Your 50% is of that $1,000. So you would make, when one of your agents sells a policy, you'd make $500. Now that spread, ideally for that agent, is going to get smaller and smaller. So because they're going to go to 75, they can actually go up to 60 and 65 and 70, all the way to in 5% increments. They can get all the way up to you and actually beyond. But your percentage is the difference between your spread and theirs. And now, side note, until you're both regional manager levels, then even if there is no percentage difference, you're going to get an extra 8%, just to make sure that you're encouraged to continue helping somebody. So that's on an individual sale. What does that look like when we do it on a bigger level? What does it look like when we do it monthly, for example? So if you have an agent that's doing $10,000 in annual premium, which means they're helping about 10 to 12 families, and they're a 75% contract and you're 100% contract. So that 25 points or 25 percentage difference is the spread. And that is what you get on that 10,000. Let's say that's the commissionable amount, just to keep my calculator not busy. So 25% of $10,000 is $2,500. That's your portion of that person's production. Or what if this person has a team? What if they have 10 people doing 10,000, right? So they have got 10K. Let's say they've done that. They've helped 10 people do that. And their organization is not just his 10,000, but let's say they're $100,000 team. Now at $100,000 team, that agent's going to be a 105 and you're going to be a 115 as an example. So that's still 10% spread. Now you're getting 10% spread on 100,000. So that's 10 grand for that organization for that month. So I've done this, kind of just scratching it out here, but I've done this on a spreadsheet to show you an example of what it could look like if you had an organization doing that $100,000. So there's a lot going on here, but what I want you to focus on is if you're selling $10,000, your commission will be $6,747. And that's if you're just at a 75% contract. If you're higher, obviously it'll be higher. In fact, it'll be should be about 8 grand. Now, if your organization's doing 100,000, then you will be at a 95% contract. And if your organization's doing 100,000, your commission, just like we talked about, will be $10,000 approximately, based on how it's laid, how it's structured, how many teams you have, and that kind of thing, which will help you look at that and strategy, put some strategy to it. So fast forward 6 months, 10 months, where you built an organization that's doing more, like 250,000. So not the 100, but 250. That will give you a monthly income. Now yours is still your production, but your team's production, that's an override commission of $64,000 a month if it's structured with some thought to it. So that's a team probably of about 50 people. On average, half of them are doing 10,000. That's $250,000 worth of production on a monthly basis going through your organization. And that is, in this example, a $64,000 income. Now you'll have your expenses that come out of that. You'll have some lead costs, some lead override cost. And then, if you have an office, you'll have to add all those expenses in, but that's your revenue for the month, 64,000. So let's say you spend half of it on expenses. That'd be pretty generous. You'd take home $32,000 a month. So, and that's just a team doing $250,000. Our goal is to help people drive towards that partnership track, which is about a $600,000 to $700,000 a month team. And that's when you can be looked at as an investment partnership opportunity with integrity. So those are the paths of making money. A lot of people think, well, I don't want to be a 55% contract. That's your jumping off point. And your bigger picture, is to help other people do what you're doing, and then have a smaller piece of a big thing versus a bigger piece of a small thing. So that's how the money works. Obviously, these are examples, and they're Linda, disclaimer, right? It's these are not guaranteed results, but they really can be pretty predictable results if you work them. And if you work the system, and we're going to help you. We're going to show you how to lay out a plan to build your team, to build your organization. We're going to show you how to actually do that, and we're going to provide the training and the support tools so you can work on building your team and helping them goal set and helping them in the field and even selling yourself. And we'll help do the steps it takes to get someone up and running to that $10,000 a month minimum production level. So there's a lot more involved in that, but that's a real high level look, and that'll get you something to think about, something to ask questions from, and then just get back with us and get the details and really understand it and see if it's for you.